Peace and love, everyone. We're switching gears this video. Usually we're speaking on food for thought, providing good food for the heart, mind, and soul, planting good, positive, beneficial seeds to be a blessing for somebody out there. But within that, in this thing called life, a key element is balance. Which brings me to this video, football is back. The long-awaited time is over. Football has arrived, and I'm excited. I'm just getting home from work. Before I go in, the season starts tomorrow. I have to make my yearly Super Bowl prediction and predict how my Cowboys are going to do this year. I'm excited. I mess around and go out here and just sprint for no reason. You know what's interesting? Sometimes, like when football is like 2 months away, you might get home from work, get out the car, and just be like, you're good. But football season is 2 months away. But when football season, I noticed I got out the car this time like this. When football season is tomorrow, it's more like, honey, kids, I'm home. It's back. And I got something for you. But what I got for you, I think there's going to be some people want to get out the phone and choke me or even crucify me for what I'm going to say about these Cowboys. But hear me out, though. Hear me out. Because before being a Cowboy fan, look, I'm a football fan first. And when I think football, I'm thinking 32 teams that are 32 armies with the best commanders, the best soldiers, who are the football players. It's like a game of chess. And the chessboard is a game of inches. It's a game of strategy, field position, strategic minds battling each other. And the pieces on the chessboard are the football players, who are the gladiators, who are displaying what hard work and dedication to pursue your dream is, to be even less than 1% to make it. And everything what hard work and dedication instills, it's put right there. And everything that is dealing with the heart, mind, and soul is all presented to us on the football field. From mind control, awareness, speed, agility, quickness, power, strength. How you react when you feel like giving up, when you got to dig deep. Reacting when you fall and getting back up. How you bounce back from a loss in the ultimate team sport. Oh, such a beautiful game. 32 teams having one goal in mind: to win the Super Bowl. And it's upon us. Check this out. Yes, I'm a Cowboy fan, but I'm also a realist, and I call a spade a spade. They have caused me to be a realist. If we're sucking, we're sucking. If we're not good, we're not good. I know what it's like. They done took me through there over the years. I'm an 80s baby. I grew up watching Aikman, Irvin, Emmett, Dion, Jay Novacek with the duck mullet tail flying out the back. Moose, Haley, Kenneth Gant doing the shark. I know what it's like to be dominant, watching my dominant team. Over the years, they done brought us through there. But with 32 teams, we can't expect them to be the best every year when you have the best of the best 32 armies. But I know it's like being the laughing stock when you're going in Monday morning at work and they laughing at you, laughing at your prediction um, having us on a high, then we drop the ball, don't have the killer instinct in the playoffs. That's why I don't get so much emotionally attached to it. I just enjoy the show. Sundays, God, family, food, and football. Cook a big meal, get comfortable, get on that recliner, watch these professionals do what they do. My beloved Cowboys ain't paying my bills. I'm just enjoying the show. That being said, what would you say if I said this is the year the Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl? Here we go again. Another delusional Cowboy fan. Yes, I may be. But what if I told you not only are they going to get to the Super Bowl, but they're going to win the Super Bowl? What if I told you this is the year that we see Dak Prescott hold up the Lombardi trophy with tears in his eyes, and he dedicates the win to his mother who passed away and his brother who passed away? And what if I told you after this season they compared Dirk Nowitzki of the Mavericks to Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys because they both experience similar backlash, ridicule, and criticism? With Dirk Nowitzki, is he too soft? Could he get his team to the finals? He's failing every year. Same thing with Dak Prescott, but he finally gets over the hump and wins. What if I told you that was so? And after the end of the season, we go back and check this out, and it makes more sense. But during the season and right now, I'm gonna look foolish. Well, I think that's what's gonna happen as a football fan, not just as a Cowboy fan. And here's why. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. Let me plead my case. Hear me out. What are the reasons why we fail in the Super Bowl? In the playoffs. We're not successful in the playoffs. 1, we can't stop the run. 2, turnovers. 3, we don't extend drives on third down. And we don't do that. We give the ball, we have our defense out on the field too long. Football is like boxing. You ever heard a boxer say, I'm going to take him to deep waters and drown him? What he means by this, I'm going to cook. From the opening bell, I'm going to put pressure on him. Pressure. Touch him to the body. Pressure. And that pressure is like a running game in football. And in the championship rounds come 9, 10, 11, and 12. By that time, the individual is tired. They're ready to throw in the towel. And that's when you drown them. That's what I feel like has happened us against the run game when we're not extending drives, turning the ball over, and not able to stop the run. But here's the difference with this year. So we have turnovers, not extending drives, and not able to stop the run. Well, I feel like I like the fact that we're not getting a whole lot of exposure as we used to, as we're accustomed to, and I like that. That's less pressure. I like when they have already kind of wrote us off. But we addressed the interior defense down in the trenches. We got more experience. We got bigger, more meatier, and more meaner down there in the trenches to stuff the run. Not only that, our linebacker core, we got actual real linebackers who played that position. I like Dan Quinn, but I don't like his second halftime adjustments at times. And it's kind of the simple fact that he took big safeties and make them into linebackers. After week 3 against Baltimore, we're going to take the league. The league's going to take for notice for how well our linebackers fly to the ball, attack the ball, and get quick side to side. So we address the run game. Remember, we're a team that was 12-5 the last 2 years. So that means you have a good nucleus. You can get to the tournament. And once you get to the tournament, we all know that if you ride the momentum, the chemistry, and the healthy, anybody can go to that Super Bowl. So you have that in place. Now you address the run, stopping the run. Now to the turnovers and not extending drives. The common denominator is Dak Prescott, our quarterback. This is the biggest thing that's going to happen to get us over the hump. I think with Mike McCarthy and Dak, with another year of experience with each other, with McCarthy calling plays, another year of experience with Dak, they're going to come to the conclusion that, look, we don't need you to be John Elway, Joe Montana, Dan Marino, and sling the ball all over the yard. We need you to be a game manager. Don't lose the game for us. Manage the game and trust our defense, who will be a top 5 defense in the league with the best secondary in the league. So if Dak is turning the ball over less and managing the game like how Trent Dilfer did with the Baltimore Ravens, he relied on his defense with Baltimore and he just managed the game. But Dak is a better quarterback than Dilfer. Just manage the game. Dink and dunk. Move the chains. Work the time of possession. Take your shots. Be aggressive downfield when it's there. But don't turn the ball over. Another thing is extending drives. A lot of people are not talking about our running back core as if we lost a step. I think we got better. We're going to be a running back by committee. I think Rico is going to be the main ball carrier, maybe even Dalvin. But Dalvin and Zeke are a little older, got miles on them, but they're their experience. They still can run the ball. I like the fact that Zeke is going to be he's going to be the bell cow and get those strong lean on the defense, wear on the defense, get those tough 1, 2, 3 yards, the goal line yardage. Great at third down pass protecting. Deuce Vaughn getting a little dink and dunk screens, giving the defense a different look. But with Rico Dowdle, go look at the film. Just look at the film. When I talk about Dak extending drives, this is what I mean. Go watch the film on this man. If you take away politics, if you take away who's supposed to get more carries because they make more, if you remove all that, he should have been our starter. He was more explosive, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he had more yards per carry. And so what you have here is this. Instead of getting 2, 3 yards a carry, you get somebody getting 3, 4 yards a carry. Instead of somebody getting 4 or 5 yards a carry, you got somebody getting 5, 6 yards a carry. And in a game of inches, those yards matter in the difference of 3rd and long and 3rd and short. A lot of Dak's interceptions came in 3rd and long. Now you got a running back who's more explosive and getting more yards. Now you go on, instead of 3rd and long, you got 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. And that is going to reduce the turnovers. So you got Dak reducing the turnovers, being a game manager because you can rely on your defense, and our defense addressing the needs down in the trenches, stopping the run. That's going to be the difference right there. Now, it's easier said than done. Anybody can talk. The players got to go out there and make it happen. But I think that's going to be the difference. There's a couple other things that are going to factor in. Tolbert. If you got the safety going over the top to double CeeDee Lamb, and you have to account for Ferguson down in the seam, down in the middle, and you have to keep the box, this front seven in the box, account for the run game, that's going to leave Tolbert one-on-one. He's tall, fast, and when he got his number called last year, he produced. And the way that the chemistry with Dak and Tolbert has been in training camp, I'm loving it. That's going to be the difference. So, that's going to be the difference. But I'm going to get into a little more of what's going to happen in the Super Bowl. Let me get to this record real quick. Game 1, Cleveland Browns. I see Stephen A. Smith, ESPN analyst, saying this is why Jerry Jones should have signed CeeDee Lamb, gave him the big contract earlier, because they're not going to be on one accord going into the season. Like how Dak and Lamb had some miscues against Green Bay in the playoffs. I see that happening on some key third downs. Instead of extending the drive, they get off the field and give Deshaun Watson the ball at the last few minutes, and he connects with Amari Cooper for a touchdown that takes them up. Cooper doesn't have a big game, but he gets a clutch touchdown to get revenge on his old team, who we feel like might have did him wrong. We lose the first game of the season in the dog pound against Cleveland. Then we got New Orleans at home. That's we win that. We got Baltimore. That's where I think the defense showcases what they're going to be about this year with the new linebacker core. We continue. Then we got that's a win. I think we beat the Giants on the road, continue our win streak against them. Pittsburgh on the road, we take care of Pittsburgh, even though I think they're going to be a better team. Then we got Detroit at home. Detroit gets revenge on us from the game they feel like they got cheated last year. That's a loss. Then we got a bye week. Then after the bye, we got San Francisco. It seems like we always play San Francisco on the road, but San Fran just has our number. They win in a tough game again, but we'll see them again in the playoffs. Then we got Atlanta, and this is where it gets interesting. Atlanta, they're going to win their division this year. And they're going to play us tough at home. Well, everybody plays us tough. Every week it's like a Super Bowl because we get all the teams' best because the world is watching. But this is when it gets interesting in the season of peaks and valleys where people write us off, the fair weather fans, say just blow the team up, start over, get a good player in the draft, get rid of this player, get rid of this, because we're 4-4. But after that, we go on a 7-game winning streak, I believe. We beat Philadelphia at home. We split with them. We always used to do, and we'll split again with them this year. We got the Houston Texans, who I feel like will be in the AFC Championship game. But the reason why we beat Houston is because I love their passing attack, but I like our secondary and pass rush to get the best of them and match up well with them. And we take care of that game at home. We beat Washington on the road. We beat New York on Thanksgiving. We take care of Cincinnati. I know people are like, man, what's this guy think he is, man? Like look, hey, calm down. Football is back. It's just a prediction. Just football. But we beat Cincinnati. And we beat Carolina on the road. And we beat Tampa Bay at home. But we lose to Philly up there in that nasty cold weather. In the last game of the season, we let off the gas. We clinched the division. Rest some starters. The Commanders not going to the playoffs. They're playing spoilers. They open up the playbook and beat us, which leaves us 11-6. 11-6 regular season into the playoffs. In the playoffs, there's going to be a lot of good teams. I think the NFC North with Detroit, Green Bay, and Chicago, all three are going to make the playoffs. And the other team, and in the AFC, I like what Green Bay, with the New York Football Jets will be better. They lost a lot of close games. Now they have Aaron Rodgers. Those close losses would now be wins. But the Final Four, I have the San Francisco 49ers versus Dallas in the NFC Championship, and I also have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans in the AFC Championship game. I have Dallas versus Kansas City, and I think this is why Dallas will beat Kansas City. You remember when Pat Mahomes played Tampa Bay and they put that whole lot of pressure on him? I think that's going to be something similar, but a whole lot closer game. I think our pressure on Pat Mahomes is going to cause him to get the ball out quicker. And when he does, he's throwing it to receivers who are being guarded by the best secondary in the league. Diggs, who led the league in interceptions one year. Bland, who led the league in interceptions one year. This rookie, Kason, the human seatbelt, he's going to let it be known. He could be a star in this league as well, and he'll do his thing while Bland is hurt. One of my favorite players, Jordan Lewis, who is a great slot corner, who's the smallest man on the field, but will go up and watch how he'll make the tackle. That's going to be the difference. Defense wins championships, and our defense will get pressure on Mahomes, and our secondary will do the thing. Dak will manage the game, not turn the ball over, and we'll win the time of possession and win a close one. That's what I think. And Dallas wins the Super Bowl, and there's a big parade in Dallas. I won't be there, but I'll be in front of that too. That's what I think is going to happen. 11-6 Super Bowl. Chime in the comment section. Let me know how delusional I am, how foolish I am, how ridiculous this is. It's all good. Football is back. Let me know who your team is. What do you think you guys are going to do? If you agree, if you don't agree. Check out the YouTube channel. We got good food for thought. We got short films that are edited up with music behind them. We got poetry. We got comedy. We have a lot of inspirational videos. Just living and loving. But the season is back. Peace and love. Let me know what you think.